some starting of programs or training workshop, for example, for them to adapt themselves to be, let's say, draw themselves in the reality of the situation they are there, and they could be conscious about it and they can prepare. I think the upward has the good model, but I would like to see like this model is how far it's being conducted. Is it working in a way that too much effective as you are directly responsible on the let's say fulfilling the CRA?
Yes, maybe I give some context about the community resiliency model. It has been studied, implemented, and effective in different countries worldwide related to crises. I can mention Ukraine, you can mention Uganda, Sierra Leone, and many others. There are scientific research articles about the implementation of the community resiliency model in large population, let's say community. The model is based on individuals learning skills that will equip them, will help them to face trauma. In general, in our case, we had a team of experts from the Loma Linda University. This is a university in the United States. The dean of the School of Behavioral Health, Dr. Beverly Buckles, she came here. She came to Cairo, Egypt, with a team of doctors or professors from that university, and they trained a group of young adult Sudanese. They were actually studied and well prepared Sudanese. They speak English, so they were trained during 3 days. Both at the beginning learning the skills, the contents, but also with the purpose of implementing the model, which is to extend the skills, the knowledge to their groups or to large groups here in Cairo. So this is like in general. Now specifically what we see is that there are many needs of Sudanese families. We can mention, actually you can help me to add to this list. There is need of
people generally. Yes, I observe that Sudanese, let's say in Egypt, they really some kind of, what you call them, the people to come on the training sessions. They expecting that someone can give them hand on so many things, maybe materially, maybe food products, distribution of the aids, and they expect a lot. One of the challenging I observe is that even from our side at the United Civil Organization for Training and Development, is that to start launching some activities is that always expecting, you can equip someone who is starving, someone who is the hungry from the basic of life, missing a meal, for example. So that's why this is one of the direct challenge. I think it's very difficult, and we as a civil society, I think we need to work together. We need to fulfill this gap, because to empower someone who is lacking the basic needs is not easy. So we need to expect, let's say, a little bit. We can fulfill the expectations. We can't fulfill it directly, but we can do our best to fulfill the expectation in general to do that. And about the upward, I think it's when it's let's say the empowering civilian themselves, or let's say the young youth themselves, to be equipped with some training sessions, skills. They can train their community, they can train their people in by themselves. I have seen this from the upward. It's very powerful initiative, and the model is very, let's say, it's very amazing. I have a view up, and it's very powerful, I think. So in general, do you think the humanitarian condition in overall in the world in general, we talk about our ages or in reality of today world in general, this is like the difficulties of implementing the programs? It's mostly about the financial difficulties, or it's about finding let's say, the source of the funds, and let's say perhaps even donation, for example, because if we look at the today international context, we see that it's become very challenging on today to help those who will need hands on some project, for example, not necessarily on the training, but also on the food aid for distribution in general. You see, like there are financial difficulties, there are projects lacking from civil society, they don't doing their part perfectly, or do you think that the people are doing their part nicely, but there are some excuses on it in Sudan context?
Well, resources are always limited. You know, there is a limitation. We need more people. We need to attend specific needs. We need things which require money. You know, places where to have meetings. We need to encourage or to, let's say, help one person to come to the training sessions. I mean, it is true, if we make a list of the needs of the Sudanese, accommodation, food, a job, and we offer them, this is a training on something that we consider is important for them, and it is, but still, what is going to come to their mind? Maybe in their minds they are probably, okay, but I have many other challenges or problems. Why is it going to be what I need or so important for me? I think the model, in the case specifically of the community resiliency model, actually it is related with that, because the individual doesn't know, but the skills are not going to solve my problem of finding a job, but because I am suffering anxiety, depression, or anger that I cannot control. If I need to regulate my nervous system, this is the basic principle, or one of the basic principles of the community resiliency model, is to be able to regulate our nervous system to be able to make decisions, to do what is needed to solve my problem. Of course, we have to work in this part of helping people to understand that it is important, but in the case of Upward, and we have done that together, when it is possible for us, we help, we distribute aids in different ways to Sudanese, because we are really interested in them, you know. So yes, it is a challenge. It is always a challenge. We need more people.
Yeah, I think yes. Even the resources are short, I think, on most of the organizations, and because the expectation of the refugees themselves, they expect more because they are in the neighbor countries. They expect a lot. Organization can fulfill their need. For example, like they are busy with their daily needs. For example, they expect the food aid. For example, they have renting issues. You know, but that's why they think like some organizations, they give them cash. You know, they give them some package, and those are expectation, I think. But overall, it's coming up